Lucas finally got back from PBM. What'd you pick up? Oh God. How do you feel about picking up your coilovers?
Pretty hyped, not gonna lie.
So Lucas went to PBM, got front and rear coilovers for his car. Finally gonna put in work to that thing. If you don't know, he drives the black BRZ. And we're gonna start making it look cool. He already has equipped 5s for it. And starting it off with 3 coilovers. We got the preload and the height all set. As you know, over here we start off max low, then we start lifting after that. And also, if you didn't know, we put PBM on everything. So this is the first time I'm looking under one of these, and it seems simple enough. You just do these 2 main bolts, the sway bar bolt. You have to undo the clips for the sensors over there, and then the 3 top hat bolts. I need some leverage. So Lucas is gonna go ahead and get those off and put the PBMs back in that, or not back in that car, but in that car. So we got the spindle bolts out, the sway bar is out. All that's left is the 1 bolt holding the brake line in. Then once you get that line out, all it is the top 3, then the coilover or the stock spring and shock can pop out. And then same thing here, it has the mount for the brake line, the mount for the sway bar to the spindle, the 3 bolts. And just like that, with the 3 top hat bolts off, the spring is out. Now you gotta throw that one back in. I'm also teaching Lucas how to do all of this, so this is why it's taking us a little bit. So you want to make sure those camber plates are this way. Alright, so the 2 spindle bolts are tightened, the sway bar bolt is tightened, the brake line bracket bolt is also tightened. So this side's all done now. Top hat's all good. So we're gonna go ahead and knock out the other side, and then we'll show you guys how to do the backs. And while the coilover's out, we're also maxing out the front negative camber, because you know, for drifting, you want negative camber up front for purposes that you can look up on someone else's channel, because I don't feel like explaining it. Now let's see how low it actually is. Oh, the jack is stuck. So the rear seems simple enough. Just one right there, so 2 for the top hat bolts, and 1 right over there where Lucas is working on. Nope. Once we get that one off, in theory it should just pop off, and we'll see if we run into any problems while we're doing it. Perfect. Just fit. Like that. Yeah, they're out. Just the 2 top hat bolts and the bottom one. You gotta put some weight on here so you can get the spring out, but other than that, that one's done. Pop the new one in.
Cloud it.
You just dropped my vape.
It still works, don't worry.
So put it back on. Just need the bottom bolt.
Where's the bolt?
And then 2 more top hats, and then the bolt should be somewhere there. And then the 2 top hat ones, we're gonna go ahead and align it back here with those 2 holes, and rear coilovers are installed. The rear coilovers are installed. So we're gonna go ahead and knock this side out, and then we can finally see how this thing sits with fully maxed out PBMs. Look at the camber has up front. You can't really see on here, but it's a decent amount. So we set the car down. It was leaning forward too much, so we went ahead and adjusted the coilovers. So we raised it about 10 turns, which is about 1.5 inches, or maybe just 1 inch, I don't really remember. But now we're putting the wheels back on, and we'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all said and done. Alright, so we got all 4 coilovers on. It looks pretty good. You can't really see it right now because it's way too dark. But yeah, we'll see how Lucas likes driving with coilovers, because this is the first time he's owned a car that had coilovers on it. So we're just going to go ahead and clean up, and we're about to call it for a night. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. The coilovers on the BRZ are now installed. Hope you guys learned a little something, because I know I did. I'll see you guys in the next one.